Yeah, so on that subject we covered was use signals by indicator and by arm.
We didn't do any arm, did we?
Did you offer?
No, I didn't. I did say that we would if we had the opportunity, but no, I didn't. I'd forgot to offer you the opportunity to do the arm signal.
Yeah, do offer it. Listen to what the examiner says when you do offer it. If he says to you, "Oh, I don't want to do it today,"
yeah, how would you take that advice? Would you back off then?
Back off. Yeah.
Back off. Okay.
Yeah, it's client-centered learning, isn't it? If he doesn't want to do it today, it's his lesson. He's paying for it.
Okay.
You can always say, "Well, okay, we'll cover on the next lesson."
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but you should have offered it.
Right. Okay. Bear that one in mind.
Yeah, so remember that in future. Just say, "Tony, let's drop the window down and we'll get some of these arm signals in."
Yeah, because we had the emerging, didn't we, at the junctions? So we could have done it there, couldn't we? Arm signal.
Yeah, it's make the offer. Yeah, it's up to you to make the offer. If the examiner comes back and say, "No, I don't fancy doing it today," and that's because he's probably seen you explain them quite well enough stationary. You might be quite happy with that. It could be the fact it's peeing down with rain, and
yeah, convenience factor. Yeah.
The seat's already going to be wet, and their arm's going to already been wet at practicing outside the test centre or the test centre car park. If they say, "No, I don't feel like doing it today," just leave it. Say, "Okay, we'll cover it on a future lesson." Yeah.
Okay. And your point then about having explained it clearly enough in the briefing, did you feel I picked up all the relevant points there? I said about moving the whole arm because you were just doing your hand, don't you?
Yeah. Just watch the old.
Enough clarity on.
Yeah. If you look down at the brief, you'll see it actually explains it quite well there. Shows you pictures.
Yes. Yeah.
Left hand on the wheel.
Gives you the sequence, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why in each of them.
So point to the book. Show you what you're doing.
That's why each of them you should say to me, your left hand on the wheel. Yeah. Check the right hand door mirror. In case anybody going past you, lose your arm. Thanks. And then hand out the window. And the only error I can make while we're parked there is give the wrong arm signal. So just lean forward and make sure I get the right one, yeah? Yeah. Most of them won't go wrong, go along with clockwise or anti-clockwise. Yeah. Because a lot of people don't understand that. You know, if you want me to, for the turning left, yeah,
motion of the wheels, same way as the car. In
the direction that the wheels are going, the car is going.
Which is sort of says, isn't it?
Yeah, that's quite understandable, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. No, I did get in there with that, didn't I?
Yeah. So lean forward.
You did it correctly.
Yeah, obviously you got the slowing down, stop one wrong. It's not just like a bird flying and waving your.
Yeah, I picked up on that, didn't I? I said make the movement from your shoulder.
From your shoulder,
It's from the shoulder, isn't it?
Otherwise, it's not going to be seen from behind,
yeah, I didn't give the reason. That's.
You probably can mention on the way around, even if we're not using arm signals, about where an arm signal might be useful.
Yeah, make it be friend again.
Yeah, I mean, there's two occasions where an arm signal could be useful. I might live in my driveway, might be just before a major emerge where I've got to turn right into my driveway, and I've got my indicator on. The people behind are going to probably assume that I'm going straight to the emerge. By putting my arm out the window, it actually breaks up the line of the car, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It makes the line of the car a different shape. So although people don't see arm signals quite often, very often, they're probably going to think, hang on, what's going on here?
Something's different.
I reckon he's turning into the driveway.
Yeah, it'll draw their attention, won't it?
In the same way, if I'm coming up to a controlled or an uncontrolled crossing, and I see a car flying down the road, and I see a child or an old person waiting to cross, and I'm stopping, and I can see the car or the motorbike or moped, whatever, coming towards me, and looks like I'm not going to stop. By me sticking my hand out and giving a slowing down stop signal, may just alert the other road user
Mm-hmm.
to the fact that there is a pedestrian crossing there. Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something I used to cover previously during training was I mentioned to you about the other signals in the car, like the horn, using the horn and the flashing of lights. What's the other thing I was going to mention? Can't remember what the other thing I was going to mention.
Yeah, they can be covered on the move.
You can go on the move, yeah.
If you notice shortly after moving off, we had a white van flashes lights at me.
Yes. Yes.
Covered, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said to you, what does that mean?
Yeah, and I was talking through that with you.
Yeah.
Hopefully with enough detail.
You know, so that kind of thing can be covered on the move.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to sit there and talk about every different type of crossing, we're going to be sitting there for 15, 16 minutes, aren't we?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. You know, once we get on the move, if you explain as we come across a different type of crossing, you talk about them, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But if I can identify, by the end of the lesson, if I can identify a controlled and uncontrolled crossing, well, I've learned quite a lot, haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Absolutely. You know how to deal with them again when you come across them.
Yeah, yeah. And as I say, the Pelican crossings are pretty much on the way out now, but because they're still in the highway code, until they're done away with completely, I haven't seen one for ages now.
Oddly enough, the ones local to me up the main high street where I live are Pelican crossings.
Yeah, it's
not Puffins.
Luton's very up to date. Has this at Albans with the latest style crossings. And
out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and they're all puffing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a Pelican. We used to have a couple of Pelicans in Luton, and obviously Luton's a big place. There could be one or two of them still left around, but I should imagine nearly all of them have been changed by now. Yeah. Yeah, because it helped the puffins that obviously help the traffic flow.
Yes.
They don't stop traffic when necessary.
And safer for pedestrians, aren't they?
Yeah.
So obviously cleared the pavement by the time the light phase changes again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah. So you know, a lot of that can be covered on the move. Obviously, if you come across a toucan crossing, you can mention it on the move. Yeah. You know, you can see the extra box up there.
I don't know about yours locally, but locally to me, we have toucan crossings, which they're just marked on pavements, not across the road, like you see in a lot of the illustrations in books, in the instructional books.
Yeah, there's got to be a second box though, isn't there?
And there is. You don't sit at the side of the road, but you don't see any markings on the actual road itself to differentiate between Albury crossing and the toucan crossing. You have to actually look at the pavement. So again, it's a teaching point.
Well, you should be looking at the pavements on approach anyway.
You should, yeah. But that's another thing you could also, as an instructor, you could point out, couldn't you? This is also crossing for cyclists.
Yeah, the boxes on the right are going to be facing the oncoming traffic, so you can see it.
Yeah,
you're going to see two boxes. In the same way, if you have got a Pelican crossing, it'll be the old style box. You'll see the wait sign come on. Yeah, the wait sign will only come on if somebody's pressed the button. But you know, kids have got a tendency to, you know, press a button and carry on walking past. Yeah. Yeah, but that wait sign coming on means that those lights may well turn red.
So that's another thing to account for on approach, yeah.
But that can't happen with the puffin crossings, because the puffin crossings won't. If somebody presses the button and changes their mind, then the cameras can sense there's nobody waiting there.
Yeah.
So they won't change. That make sense?
Yes, it does indeed. Yeah.
Right, so we've covered that, so
okay. Thanks.